Washington, D.C., the capital of this great nation, home to the Capitol building and the White House. Did you know that during the War of 1812, they were set ablaze? At the time, Washington did not look like the city it does today. With the country still in its infancy, the Capitol consisted of a few federal buildings surrounded by acres of farmland. But it was here that U.S. leaders gathered to devise their war strategy, which made it a primary target for British forces. The British were seething from the U.S. Army's attack on their colony, when U.S. troops plundered and burned much of the Canadian city of York.
The British responded first by defeating U.S. forces at the Battle of Bladensburg in Maryland. Then they regrouped outside Washington, ready for revenge. Knowing trouble was on its way, many of Washington's residents evacuated, including President James Madison.
British Major General Robert Ross led his troops into the city. First, they set fire to the Capitol building, with the books of the Library of Congress inside. Then, after consuming the president's stock of food and wine, they torched the White House. And the next day, the Navy Yard, Treasury, and the State and War Department building. Their work complete, the British headed to Baltimore, from where some said they could see the fiery glow of Washington. But the U.S. defeated the British in the Battle of Baltimore, and after that, in Lake Champlain and New Orleans. The sacking of Washington, D.C. was intended to damage morale among U.S. population, but it actually did the opposite, swaying public opinion against the British. The city's residents were determined to rebuild. And within 3 years, Washington had risen like a phoenix from the ashes. A gleaming new capital the country could be proud of. Why do you think the burning of Washington, D.C. backfired for the British?